So when me and my team arrived here in late 2017, early 2018, when we came on board, then the company really took flight. Prior to that, it was people working from home, doing bits of money transfer here and there, but it was never the behemoth that it is today. That's the beauty of what we've created here, is we started only with 5, and we've grown it now to a 40-plus business, and that is the exciting bit. I am supported by an amazing team. You've met them as well. So we've got Cheryl, who is our head of operations in South Africa. She looks after our compliance, she looks after our payroll, she looks after our finances, and she's very good at that. Office management, rental, leases. A remarkable journey for someone that young that's come through the ranks like that.
My name is Cheryl. I'm the operations manager for South Africa. So I worked for one of the big banks as an assistant to a financial planner. I then qualified and became a financial planner. There was an opportunity at our previous predecessors. So I moved over and I was with Lourens for 3 months, and he asked me to join this company when he moved over. We've been working together for 3 years. I started off as his PA, then the office manager for Joburg branch, and then I've worked my way to operations manager for SA. I'm my hardest critic, apart from Lourens. When we started the division in South Africa, I had no prior experience, so I had to put processes in place, and some of those processes failed, but I had to change and adapt and evolve as the business grew. This year we've opened our 3rd office. We've employed 13 people during COVID. We'll increase that staff count before the end of the year. So by the end of 2021, we would want to have 60 advisors around South Africa. So success doesn't come overnight. Success comes from hard work and dedication. Sometimes you make mistakes and you fail, but how you overcome that, and do you accept those consequences, or do you make changes to make that circumstance better? Throwing myself into work and becoming the person that I am now today, people look at me in a different light, and they see how well I overcame the obstacle.
Kathy has a completely different skill set. She's also a wizard with numbers, by the way. She is by a country mile the smartest numbers person in our office. There are 2 things that make her incredible, invaluable to a team. Firstly, she's got no fear. She will pick up the phone to anybody and say, you need to meet Lourens, and it is in your best interest, and she will not take no for an answer. The other thing that she's very good at is, once a client has signed up with me and said, here's the pen, and here's the ink, and here's the paper, Kathy is the best person to help that person to get from signature to funding. She is incredible at that.
Well, I'm Kathy. I work with Lourens. I do the business development, which is pretty much the pre-sales. My degree, also I don't talk about it much. It's in pure and applied mathematics. So I'm a bit of a number nerd, which helps me with this job because I do a lot of analysis and spreadsheets, and I keep track of pipelines. It's a well-kept secret. I try not to tell everyone, but I'm an Excel nerd. I love Excel. So I suppose I met Lourens about 4 years ago when he came through from Cape Town to the Joburg office. And at that point, I was actually a financial advisor, a new financial advisor. And I think about a year later, we realized that we would work better as a team. And then we joined forces. I think it's about 3 years ago now. And we're doing well. We work well together. And I have to say, he's probably, in all my working years, and I'm not just saying it, he is the best boss I've ever had. Here, you cannot get complacent, not even for 5 minutes. You have to be on your toes. It is high pressure because you're dealing with other people's money. You're dealing with their wealth, with their pensions. You have to be on the ball all the time.
On my more investment and advice side, I've got Michelle. Michelle is also an advisor like I am. She's an economics graduate. She's incredibly smart and very, very detail orientated. As a result, she would be the person who helps me look at the investment strategy that we will apply for a client. She will help me do the research on the various different asset managers. She would look at the risk profiles. She would constantly look at things like cash balances, withdrawals, etc.
My name is Michelle. I am Josie born and bred. I studied at Wits, economics grad, although I did have quite a big exposure to law and information systems. I've worked at for about 2.5 years now. I came over with the original team. So I've worked in quite a few roles, you know, from graduate to senior associate, now to assisting the management team with all of their needs and streamlining, you know, business for both Lourens and the office itself. I've worked with Lourens for about 3 years. When I started at our old employer, I was a graduate, and I was very lucky to be put with Lourens as my sort of senior advisor who I would learn from. And that, I think, has made a drastic change in my life and where my life is headed. Yeah, I do see a long future for us. He's always able to provide insight, and as I said, he's my mentor and someone who I'll always listen to in terms of experience, in terms of research. And I feel that he's also, you know, learned from me in terms of some of the fresher, you know, younger ideas that I can kind of bring to the company and to his business. And so, yeah, I definitely think we're in it for the long haul. There's always new things to learn, and when you work well with someone as well in a good company, then yeah, I think that's a good recipe for success.
Then we've got Bianca that's coming in now, who is also a very bright lass, investment banking background. So she'll help take some of the pressure away from a little bit of Cheryl's pressure, a little bit of Kathy's pressure, a lot of Michelle's pressure, keeping cash balances healthy, looking at withdrawals for clients, looking at top-ups for clients, to look at investment analysis, for example. We need someone who's going to do regular investment analysis, maturities of various different products, all of those various different things that we, you know, it needs someone with meticulous detail. So she will be a nice addition to that team.